Freddy News, where operators tap in.
Hey everybody, welcome to Freddy News. I'm John, founder and CEO of Freddy Media, and today we're going to hit about 8 headlines going on in tech, automotive, world politics, and get you back to work in under 10 minutes. And we have an offer for you. There's a link below this video where you can sign up for a professional link in bio with a free promo code. Use Freddy100 and get started so that you look a little more professional across all of social media, and you can attribute back all the leads that you're getting. Let's get to the first story. So, one of the most prominent and famous CEOs in the history of America, Tim Cook, is retiring from Apple, and all he has to show for it is a pizza party in the cafeteria. Although the founder of Apple's wife, Lauren Jobs, spoke, the COO, Jeff Williams, spoke, and the person who's coming in to serve as the next CEO, John Ternus, also spoke. The official transition happened September 1st, and Apple's hardware engineering chief, John Ternus, will be stepping in as CEO. So you can be the biggest, most successful guy in the world, and at the end of the day, you just get a bad pizza party in the cafeteria. Let's get to the next one. So NVIDIA is exploring an investment in Perplexity at a $30 billion valuation. The interesting part here is, isn't Perplexity like the same thing as Anthropic and OpenAI? And those things are each worth $1 trillion, yet Perplexity is only worth $30 billion. So I guess Jensen Huang is going for the value play here. He wants to put in somewhere between $250 million or $750 million into Perplexity so that they can own a piece of it and have a strategic relationship. The company previously secured backing from Jeff Bezos and SoftBank, and Reuters said it could not independently verify this, but it's basically a rumor that NVIDIA wants a piece as well. And I can see where they're coming from. If Anthropic's $1 trillion, if OpenAI is $1 trillion, Perplexity looks like a smoking deal at $30 billion. Let's get to the next one. Staying along the lines of NVIDIA, one of our favorite companies in the world, Supermicro employees are charged over exporting AI servers to China. So this comes out of their Supermicro Taiwan plant, and over 114 AI servers were illegally exported through Indonesia, through Japan, and then sent directly to China, and 56 were seized at Taiwan's border. The 8 defendants, who are NVIDIA employees or vendors or some sort of partner there, they were charged with breach of trust and document forgery and 3 charges of embezzlement. Prosecutors are seeking sentences up to 5 years for 7 of them. So this is really interesting because NVIDIA, they have a relationship with Taiwan Semiconductor. I believe Jensen Huang is first cousins with the lady who's the CEO of Taiwan Semiconductor. And this is a geopolitical problem as well because China wants Taiwan. China wants access to the premium chips that are manufactured by both TSMC and NVIDIA. And it looks like somebody was trying to embezzle them, trying to get them to mainland China, which is like incredible that China can't get them. And they got caught doing it. And there's a real crackdown coming. And this is just a harbinger of where the economy's at right now. The US is trying to ice China out from having access to these things. China wants them really bad. They're going to pay people to do it illegally. What a market we live in. Let's get to the next one. So New Zealand Prime Minister Christopher Luxon is proposing a ban on anyone under 16 to use social media at all, as well as exploring the gaming platforms and AI tools like ChatGPT. Platforms would need to take reasonable steps to verify ages using existing account data, facial age estimation, digital ID. It's starting to get creepy. It started off nice, no one under 16, and now it's like facial ID recognition and stuff like that. So apparently this could come with a fine of 10% of global revenue for non-compliance, and neither parents or children would be penalized. It would solely be on the platform. Coalition partners, ACT and NZ First plan to vote against the bill, and no vote is expected before Parliament dissolves October 1st. So this is a lot of bluster before actual parliamentary voting, but it seems like a good rule, but I don't want my child's face analyzed by any AI platform either. So let's get to the next one. Iran-linked hackers shut down UK power plant for 4 days. This is, again, a geopolitical story. Iran is under siege from the United States, who is blocking the Strait of Hormuz. Iran is being extremely antagonistic within the Strait of Hormuz, the part that they kind of control, blowing up tankers and stuff like that. And then their acts of retribution seemingly are left to the digital world. No one has made a actual offensive military feet on the ground battle yet. I mean, there's a lot of airstrikes and artillery and stuff like, things like that. But all that Iran really has in terms of retribution is attacking the power grid of foreign countries. And I know there was a story about that possibly happening in Minnesota with like a water system, and that turned out to be maybe more rumor than truth. And then according to Security Week, which is a publication, they did have a successful hack of a UK power plant and shut it down for 4 days. So I think Iran's just looking for any way to disrupt the global system while they are under attack. And, it's scary to think about that, but here's an example of, I guess, what they're capable of. Let's get to the next one. So Tesla and other manufacturers, car manufacturers in China, beginning record vehicle recall. This has to do with the door latch, like the actual door handle being accessible during an emergency situation like an accident. Some manufacturers are simply handing out labels to adhere to the door, like, hey, if you're in an accident, pull here. And then Tesla's doing an over-the-air software update, so when they get in a collision that the windows come down a little bit, somehow that helps. But it's interesting that China's even getting in the recall game at all. I feel like forever their economic advantage was like they could build products and they don't really care what happens to the consumers using them. They didn't care about the people building them. It was kind of like people fed into the machine, and now they're starting to act like Americans. Things are getting a little litigious in China now that they're getting wealthy. So it seems like they're following a cultural curve that America's been on for quite some time, suing manufacturers of vehicles. Let's get to the next one. Dumbest story of all time counts for nothing. Humanoid robot shatters Usain Bolt's 100-meter record and hits 23.8 miles per hour before crashing into foam pads. So at the Beijing World Humanoid Robot Games, they did 100-meter dashes with these humanoid robots, and one of them got faster than Usain Bolt. Of course, it's a robot. Who cares? Cars drive faster than, cheetahs. This means nothing. Everybody's trying to build these robot things. This seems like a marketing stunt. That's dumb. It's a stupid marketing stunt. So thank you guys for hopping in today and talking about Freddy News. Hit the link below so that you can claim your free link in bio. Use promo code Freddy100. It's great for any executive that's using social media, and you can see where all your leads are coming from. You can professionally display who you are, and you can post it across all the social platforms that you use. Check it out, Freddy.io. Have a great week.
Freddy News, where operators tap in.